Hey y'all, I'm Carolina Tony. What if I told you that after 9 cruises we're doing something that we've never done before? And what if I told you that we are packing light for a week-long cruise? Yeah, I know. After years of overpacking, we're finally learning to travel like minimalists. So stick around and we're going to break it down exactly why we chose MSC Seascape for our first time with this cruise line and how we went from 6 bags to 2. Also, we're going to walk you through the parking process, the check-in process, and give you a little tour around the ship. Right?
Right.
And we'll get started
right after the station identification.
We have parked and we are headed to the cruise terminal to check in. So we are taking care of our own baggage. We both have one bag we'll check and one we'll carry on. So far it's pretty easy. We're met just a little ways up, and this is where we checked our bag. This gentleman took our bag and he is going to see that it gets on the ship. Now we have our carry-on. So far it's been very easy. We're going through TSA, I guess. Right, we just zipped through security, was real quick. Now we're going to the MSC guest check-in. The Seascape holds about 5,900 passengers. So far we have checked our bag, we have our carry-on bag, and we've come through security, and now we're standing in line to get checked into the ship itself and get the keys to our room. So far it's been pretty daggone quick with like almost 5,900 passengers. That one of the reasons it's so smooth is we have check-in times. Also, if you have mobility issues, hey, you go to the front of the line. If grandma's on a walker and the rest of the family's not, doesn't matter. They all go to the front of the line. That's pretty cool. Check-in was a breeze. We had to show our driver's license and birth certificate because we don't do passports. So our birth certificates and driver's license, and we had already got our tickets, so basically show them to her, she checks it across her list, and we're in. So now we're headed to the ship. We're almost home, headed down the gangway. Notice there's no one in front of us. We are on the ship. Now all we have to do is show our boarding passes. So we are on the Okinawa deck. Hey. And you can see the rooms are way down that way. And look way down there. That's not a mirror down there. That's a long way. Here's where we'll be staying for the next 7 days. 15,039. And how we gain access to our room is these little armbands. There we go. And we walk in the room now. In order to get the lights to come on, you have to put your card in the little slot there. And here's the bathroom. It's tight, but it works. There's a shower. It comes with shower gel and shampoo, and it comes with toilet paper, so you don't have to bring any toilet paper from home. In fact, you're not supposed to use toilet paper from home. Now they have a mat laying on the bed, so in a little bit, if everything works right, the porter will bring our bags and lay them there. And we had our roll-on bag that we brought just in case. And here's our storage. We have a closet. It comes with a safe, and there's drawers, and there's this side of the closet, and there's a place down there to put your shoes, hang your clothes, and of course the bed. We have a queen size bed, TV, and here's, you don't want to go in there, that's a fridge. And if you use anything in there, they'll charge you. Here's a big mirror, so when you're laying in bed, you can watch yourself sleeping. And we have a private balcony. Let's go out and look at it. Okay, gotta learn how to work it. Here we go. Now we're in a little curve. So here you go. And there is Galveston. So far we have found 215 volt electrical outlets with 2 USB
And there's
place to charge your phone or whatever. And on this side of the bed there's a place where you can charge USB as well. There are only 215 volt outlets. Now we'll show you a little later on in the video how we compensate for all the stuff that we have to plug in and charge on this trip. Getting around on the Seascape, we are on deck 15, and what you get out in the lobby in front of the elevators, there's a little map that shows you where we are, and we're here on 15, and here are all the places that you can eat, which is one deck up above us, so pretty close. We're staying forward the ship, so we're down on this end. I will tell you that so far the ride's been pretty comfortable. Here's an overlay. Look at all these rooms, and kind of little symbols so you know where everything is, and it tells you on each deck what's there. And one of the things that's been difficult for me is navigating these elevators. Unlike a lot of elevators where you go inside the elevator and punch which floor you want to go on to, this one you punch before you go in, and it's been very confusing for me, so you may have some trouble with that. Now we've been on other cruise lines. This is probably our 8th, I think this is probably our 9th or 10th cruise. We've been on Royal Caribbean, we've been on many Carnivals, we've been on Norwegian, but MSC, this is our first one, so this is uncharted territory. And I would tell you that we chose this ship because of all the amenities, but no, that's not true. We simply chose this ship because we got a daggone good deal on it. And I'll tell you about that a little bit too. We walked out for just a little bit and we come back and our bags are here. It's been a long, rough day, or so Debbie just said.
the first travel day's always rough.
Yep, so we made our way onto the MSC Seascape.
Yep.
Parking was a breeze.
Sure was. It costed a good bit, but it was.
Yeah. Check-in was easy.
Yeah.
All that stuff was done at home online for sending our pictures in, so we didn't have to pose for a picture for our what do you call that card?
Yeah, be careful with the picture that you take.
Exactly.
That's what you live with.
That's going to be on your ID on the ship. Once we got on the ship, we bought these bands. These take the place of your card, so you don't have to carry your card around. You got to have a card for everything you do on the ship. You have to book your the shows that you're going to see
on this particular
ship. On some of the other cruise ships we've been on, you just show up when you want to go. On this one, you have to
make reservations. And there's a different show every night.
Yeah, so that could be a good thing or a bad thing, but you better not diddly daddle. You like that word?
I don't know. We waited till about 15 minutes before the show started, and
yeah, but this is the first night, so everything's chaos. Speaking of chaos, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I got my panties in a wad on this one at least.
He got the red leaked off his can.
Yeah, they had us down to eat dinner at 9, and I told them, I said, I'm in bed asleep by that time, which I'm stretching the truth a lot on that, but I don't like to eat that late. So tonight we did not eat in the dining room, but he did tell us after standing in line for about 30 or 45 minutes to see if I could change my time, he said that I could come back at 7:15, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. I'll just eat in the buffet. So we ate dinner in the buffet, which was pretty good.
It was good. Lots of choices.
Yeah, lots of choices, and it started at 6. the eating on this ship is a little different. We'll get into that a little more on the next video. So tomorrow he says show up at 5:15, and he'll set us in the dining room, and we won't have to worry about it anymore. So that's a good thing.
But if you make a reservation, if you make your booking and you get a dining time that's not convenient for you, try to first thing go and see about getting it changed.
Yeah, what time you get on the ship, that would have made it a lot easier.
It would have
made it a lot easier. The elevators.
They're interesting.
Right now, I hate them with a passion, and in fact, I think you've probably already seen my thoughts on this video. Maybe it gets better. I don't know.
They're different, and he doesn't like different.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be enough for this video. Tomorrow we'll start a new one, and it's going to highlight the food. A lot to unpack here as far as food goes. It's entirely different the way it's done. Let's just say that.
It is.
The way it's done. And we'll get into that on the next video. I know you're going to love it, because everybody likes food. And the MSC Seascape is Italian. And you know what they say about Italian. They got a good pizza. Well, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it was beneficial to you. But until next time.
Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, and good night.